Hey guys, so in my last video I was able to kind of give you a very general update on weeks 1, 2, 3, and 4. You kind of don't know you're pregnant between 1, 2, and 3. So, you know, I kind of just gave you some backstory on where I got to, or how I got to week 4. But now I kind of want to touch up on weeks 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then after this video, I really want to make like a weekly update video for you guys, keep you up to date as things are happening. The reason why I'm getting so late on this is because I didn't really think to do it until a little bit sooner, even though I've been watching everybody else's. But I've had some surprises the last few days, and I just kind of want to share. Maybe you guys can kind of give me some light if you have any similar situations or anything like that to share with me. I'd be curious. So let's talk about weeks 5 and 6. So I have this little journal here. I guess I can kind of like flip through. I filled this out before. I got this at Barnes & Nobles. Barnes & Nobles, don't come for me. It was like $15.99, and I think it's a little cheaper on Amazon if you are interested. But it's cute. It starts at week 6 though, which I'm kind of upset about because, you know, I know not everybody finds out, but if there is a chance that you found out, maybe there could have been some pages with like, you know, where were you before you found out, or how do you plan on telling your family, something like that. This literally just goes week by week for pages. So there's really not much to really fill out. It's just kind of very general, but you can post your little ultrasound pictures and stuff like that. So with weeks 5 and 6, I had such bad aversions, like food aversions. Like I couldn't eat meat. The thought of meat was disgusting and repulsive. Now mind you, I would usually make like, I'm sorry, meat every day for dinner, whether it was like, I mean not every day, but like, you know, chicken or steak, fajitas, tacos, sausage and peppers, whatever it is. I like to cook. And I all of a sudden just couldn't eat it. Like just the thought of it, like, oh my god, it was just terrible. Like all I wanted was pizza, because pizza was the safest thing. Like I was eating mozzarella sticks, like mozzarella sticks, pizza, and I stuck to my fruits and veggies. I made fruit smoothies every single day. I took my fresh vegetables to work, and I would munch on that during the day, my granola bars. So I got my nutrients in other ways. It was just when it came to dinner, like I just couldn't eat the normal food. Oddly enough though, I could have a bacon, egg, and cheese on a bagel. So there's that. But other than that, I was not eating like my normal dinner routine. I guess I had like an upset stomach for a few weeks, and then all of a sudden I went straight to the constipation and the bloating. I mean, I had the bloating since, you know, I want to say like week 2 or 3, because I found out like December 6th, and Thanksgiving was the week before that, and I was so bloated I couldn't fit my pants. And I kind of mentioned that in the video before. I thought I ate too much turkey, but that wasn't the case. It was just my body prepping or starting to adjust to this pregnancy. And I have to say I'm very blessed. Like besides that, I really haven't had any symptoms. I haven't had any morning sickness. I don't get nauseous from my prenatals. I don't have any queasiness. Sometimes like I like to play video games, and like the motions of the screen sometimes will get to me if it's too much, or if I haven't eaten, or if I'm lightheaded or something. Because I do notice that, no, I mean not so much. Everything's pretty much normal. Like except for like, I don't know. I think one night I had a dinner plate of pickles and mustard and pretzels and like all the salty things in the world. Not healthy. I ate my best for the rest of the day. But there's just those moments where it's like you can't really stomach some things, and my appetite is definitely transformed from week 5, 6, and I'll say 7. So it wasn't until late 7 into 8, which is where I am now, that I start to feel better. So week 7 really started to get more normal for me. And I think I'm 8 in like 3 days now. So 8 weeks, 3 days, and today is January 5th. Other than those symptoms, I've just been really tired and lazy. Like I prefer to just kind of sit and watch Netflix. I actually force myself to maybe play some video games to interact with some friends, or, you know, today I'm a lot better. I just find myself needing like 8 to 10 hours of sleep. Yesterday I got 12 hours of sleep. I was still kind of tired and lazy, not motivated. That's the most I've ever slept. Usually I'll get like 7 hours. I can't sleep too much because my migraines will trigger, but you know, other than that, week 6, 7, and 8 were okay. I had my first doctor's appointment on 12, let's say 9, and then I had my first ultrasound 12/23, 2019. So 12/23, I had my ultrasound. I do have a little image here, so if you guys are good with the Ramsey theory, please try and read this for me. Technically, it's on, I guess you can say that the placenta is on my left, so I think that technically would be a girl, but I'm not sure. So if anybody is good with that, like, you know, please let me know. So yeah, so you can see like the little sac and then the placenta and whatnot. Okay, so this is my first ultrasound. I had this at 6 weeks. So that was 2 weeks ago. 12/23, I got to see the baby. I got to see the heart flutter or flicker, which was really exciting. I really wanted to get to the ultrasound. They told me to drink water, so my bladder was full, so they couldn't even do the regular ultrasound. They actually had to go transvaginal, so they had to go inside to do the ultrasound, and you know, that was fine. However, it was really hard to see some things because my bladder was so full and I didn't have the opportunity to really empty it like I wanted to. And that wasn't, I guess it was just like a miscommunication thing. They didn't understand how many weeks I was. I didn't really have an assigned due date. So they had told me to drink water. They thought it was like my first trimester ultrasound. It really wasn't. It was more for viability. Things happen, you know, but if I didn't get to see the baby, I really would have been upset. Like, I would have stayed until my bladder was completely empty so that I could get a reading, because that's all I really wanted, you know, when you're first pregnant and you just really want to see the baby. And I'm sorry, I have like the glare of the blinds. I'm sorry. Okay, so to kind of wrap this up, on 12/23 I had my ultrasound, and then I also had a doctor's appointment this past Friday, which was January 3rd, and unfortunately my doctor had let me know that when I did the ultrasound, the baby is completely healthy. However, they found a complicated cyst, and I'd like for anybody who has gone through this to kind of speak up and share your story with me, because I've done my searching and I don't want to do too much because I know that everybody's body's different, and until I can see an oncologist to follow up with this cyst, because it's a complicated cyst, a complex cyst, there's some solids and liquids in there, there's no way to really tell what's gonna happen. So basically I need to see an oncologist because they have to test the cells of this cyst. It's in my left ovary. I've never had a cyst in the left ovary. Usually I'll get them on the right and they're just filled with blood and they'll go away within the month. So this one's very scary for me. It caused me a lot of depression the last 2 days. This is the first time I'm really able to talk about it without like bawling my eyes out. Like, I've been sad, I've been depressed, and I know that's not healthy for the baby. So I'm trying to just suppress it until I have more news. There's really nothing for me to do. So I don't want to sit and be too upset about it. I just kind of want to move on and just carry on and, you know, progress with this pregnancy, and, you know, just move forward, because that's all that I can really do. So the cyst is about 5.4 centimeters. It has solids and liquids, and when they did the ultrasound, I remember her going over it a few times. I just didn't know what it was, and I could see all the blue and the red kind of like waving through the cyst. And sorry, I'm gonna move over just so I'm not in the blinds. Okay, so I could see all of like the blood kind of flowing through it, and then I could see like the flickering of the blue solids. So I mean, I didn't put 2 and 2 together, and I've had cysts before, but never like this. So when she told me, I was like in shock. I was in awe that I would have something like this during the pregnancy, especially since the other ones went away with my period. Now that I won't be getting my period, it scares me, because it's like now my body definitely won't absorb it. It's not like pushing out any eggs. Like, does that mean all of my left eggs are no good? Like, I don't know. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse, I don't know anything really about this situation. So again, if you know anything, please share. I mean, I don't know what to think. I think I've spent a lot of the last few I've spent the last 2 days really just angry at myself. Like, I find myself hating my body because, like, how could it do this to me, you know? Like, I resent the fact that, like, my body would do this to me during the happiest time, like the thing that I've always really, really wanted for years and years and years, and I'm here, and then it's like, why? Like, why couldn't I just enjoy this? And now it's like, I was excited about the gender and, like, you know, what could it be? And I'm looking at people's, like, gender prediction videos, and now it's like, I don't care, because it's like, I don't care about the gender. Why care about the gender when now I have something more complicated, you know, when I have to worry about this? Because now I have another ultrasound February 3rd, which is the end of my first trimester, and then all the fun starts, like, in between, like, so February 3rd, they can probably measure the cyst to see if it's getting bigger or if it's getting smaller, or if it's staying the same. But if not, I mean, in between, I'll still be seeing an oncologist to test the cells. We need to see if it's benign or malignant cells. So if that's the case, then I might have to have surgery in my second trimester if it's an emergency. If not, my doctor doesn't advise that, obviously, and she wants to wait until after the baby's born. But I would hate for something that is malignant or something foreign at all to rupture my stomach, especially, you know, while you're pregnant. Like, it just scares me. Like, there's so many things going through my head. But you know, I'm willing to hear out anybody's stories, like any information. So if you guys have anything to share, like, please do. I really want to hear about it. And I hope that you've already gotten through this and all of that. And anybody else who's pregnant, I pray that your pregnancies are all healthy and everything like that. But you know, subscribe, stay tuned, and you know, if anybody wants to join me on this journey, you know, I'll be posting weekly, hopefully. Yeah, no, I'll be posting weekly. And we can kind of figure it out together, I guess. And I pray that it goes away. I'm praying, but I know all of my family is. It is scary, but it's okay. I just can't be depressed, and I can't be sad, and I can't hate myself for things that I have no control over. And that's why we're gonna get through it. We will, no matter what, we'll get through it. But so yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.